Alright guys, I am back. I actually figured out what was going on. I managed to mute the in-game volume. Apparently I had the menu volume muted, but I didn't have the actual music volume muted. I did do that now. Unfortunately, and this is something I do need to point out, you can't modify settings after you start the game, so I actually had to restart completely. I had to go back through the entire intro and do all that dialogue. I just skipped through it, so it was like a minute, but still, it was kind of annoying. I don't know why that's a thing, but apparently it's a thing, so yeah, whoever's developing the game, you might want to have a look at that. I hope I have the character. Oh, no, I didn't. He's slightly different. Shit, I tried to get him as close to the original as possible, but I guess I didn't get it all the way. But oh well, we'll know for next time, so that doesn't happen again. But still, that's really something that should be worked out. I know this is a free game and all, but I shouldn't have to fucking, like, restart the entire game to fix an audio issue. That's a bit weird. In either case, we have our mission objective, and we're going to head out and hopefully, I say hopefully, get to Silos and find out what happened to Olaf. So, oh yes, we got to actually revert to this. This is one of the interesting things about this game. You don't really walk around the world per se. You more like travel in a party. You're not just one person either. You start out with like one person, but then you eventually get like a whole crew of people. At least I imagine. I never actually did in my trial of this game. But yeah, I'm imagining eventually you get a whole crew of people and you kind of just travel around to different towns selling your wares and plying your trade. At least that's what I get from the title of the game. In either case, let's go to Silos. So yeah, we're going to go across the wasteland. Unfortunately, we've been attacked by rovers already. So we're just going to auto-distribute the ammo and get started, I guess. So this is the tactical aspect of the game. The part that I'm going to be utterly shit at in almost every sense of the word, because I've never been good at strategy, ever. And there's two of them. 2 versus 1. Can we actually win? Well, one way to tell is if they have a gun. They don't. So the chances are we're actually probably going to win. I'm going to move up to this tree here. And hopefully I can do that. Yes, move up to the tree. And how do I end my turn? There we go. End my turn. I'm going to let them come to me. I'm going to let them come to me and hopefully pick them off at a distance. I mean, it's not really looking too good so far. Oh god, they're getting closer. Okay, well, I have a... Oh god, only a 77% chance. Fine, do it. No! Not like... No! Okay, fine, at least it's a 100% chance now. Well, that was surprisingly easy. Come to think of it, I actually wasn't attacked in my trial of the game. That was my literal first round of combat. I was expecting that to be a lot more... Oh, shit, that's something I forgot to do. I forgot to actually go to my room and collect shit. Oh, well. Well, we have to go back to the bunker eventually anyway, so I don't think it actually matters all too much. Actually, oh, fuck, it might. I don't think we have food. We'll get some at Silos. Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're gonna starve to death. Oh, yeah, it's reminding me where the save button is. Thanks. Alright, so apparently there is a guy here we have to talk to. Cricket. Ew! Ah, great. Let me guess. You're a crazy old man, aren't you? Hi, I'm looking for a town called Silos. According to my map, it was supposed to be here. Yup, your map is right. It's just a little old. There used to be a town here, but it ain't no more. Great. I see. I've been looking for a friend of mine. Maybe you saw him? Maybe. Who's the person? His name is Olaf. He's in his late 40s, average height, red hair. He might have passed here recently. Have you seen him? I know that chunk. He used to visit my neighbor quite often, but since the neighbor died, your friend doesn't show up anymore. I guess he doesn't like me much. In any case, I certainly haven't seen him around here any time recently. Where do you think I should look for him? Ask the tribes in the area, but I have a feeling that if your friend is missing, he's been caught by the Drekkar. There's been some serious demand for slaves lately, so Drekkar are working extra hard trying to catch more folk for sale. Sound like my kind of guys. Fuck the bunker. Let's get Olaf, sell him to these guys, and be rich. That sounds like a plan to me. Who are the Drekkar? One of the local tribes. Not the friendliest one, I must say. The other tribes are Lintu, Polid, and Kiwi. I guess tell me more about the Drekkar, actually, since they sound like the assholes of the land. Oh, you better stay away from them. They ain't good chunks at all. Slavery and robbery is what they do for life. If you meet them in the desert, you better hide or run away, or they'll rob you and sell you on a slave market after doing some bad stuff to you. You mean rape. And if you resist, they just kill you. Probably still better than rape. Most of them are in the east, but you can meet their raiders everywhere, so watch out, you hear? Yeah, okay, so evil slaver bastard tribe of hell is taking over the land, is killing everyone, enslaving people. Gee, I wonder who the bad guys of the game are. Alright, thanks for the advice. Can you tell me about the other tribes? Oh, fuck me, there's a lot of information to go through. Okay, tell me about Lintu. They live north of here, and they're K breed. Some don't like them much because they say they're not being sincere, but I say they just do what suits them best. They don't want bloodshed, and neither do I. I'm too old for these things. Thanks. Can you tell me about the other tribe? Oh, wait. Actually, what kind... Bloodshed? What kind of bloodshed? You mean there's fighting out in the nuclear wasteland? It's complicated, you know. Politics. Oh, that explains it. I don't even really need to ask anything else. That explains it all. Actually, no. Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's talk about politics. In the game. Not in the comment section. Not in the comment section. Right. I want to hear it. K, I'll tell you. First, there are those crypt Drekkar. What the fuck is crypt? Is that like a in-lore curse word? Nits who terrorize the whole region. I had to pay half of my earnings for them to leave me alone. And still, every time some of these crypt Luthers get drunk, they pass by here shouting, throwing stones, insulting me, and breaking my hives. Maybe they're drunk, but they know what they're doing. They're keeping people scared. People won't have any ideas in their heads. You know, that's all fair and good and stuff, but you know, in a land of total anarchy, and there's other tribes, don't you think you might, get the people to support one of the other criminal organizations? Maybe? I mean, there's gotta be at least one out there that's willing to say, fuck you, Drekkar, we're gonna kick your ass. Dumb question. Not gonna ask it. I'm just gonna ask about the hives. What kind of hives are we talking about? My hives. That's what I do for life. Growing insects. Great. I mean, I guess, as careers go in the wasteland, it's kind of profitable, especially if there's no farmable land. What insects? Insects, cicadas, flies, all kinds. Oh, I see. I don't really have to ask what for. Hint, it's for eating. So what ideas do Drekkar don't want people to... Fuck, so my two options are... Go with the very obvious question of... Oh... I wonder why the Drekkars, don't want people to rebel against them, or what for. Fine, we'll just go with the comedy one. For food, of course. Sounds tasty. Yep, quite a profitable business. Tribes buy tons of them normally, but lately they don't send anyone to deliver them. If you're willing to see one of the tribes, you could bring some profit buying some insects for me and selling them to the tribesmen. I assure you that they would buy as many as you bring, and will pay good for them. They love the taste. Can I eat them too? Because I actually did just run out of food and could really use a resupply. And given that this is the wasteland, if I'm not Olaf, I can't be very picky. Alright, we'll trade later. Ideas, like fighting Drekkar, not paying them. I guess I asked about the ideas by accident. Probably didn't read the entire thing. And they do it well, scaring people, everyone's afraid. Polid pay their tribute, and Lintu don't, but they still do what Drekkar want them to do. They just sit on their butts and let Drekkar do their business on their territory. Polid hate Lintu, really bad for that. For what? You mean literally what you just said? You just explained it. Okay, fine, I want more details. We're not confronting Drekkar. But you see, before Drekkar came, Polid and Lintu were good friends, called themselves brothers and stuff. When Drekkar came, Pullet fought them, and Lintu didn't. You see, instead of helping their brothers, Lintu agreed with their enemies. Without Lintu's help, Pullet lost the war, and now Drekkar do whatever they want with them. And Lintu ain't doing a crip thing about it. Yeah, that's typically how Wasteland Warfare works. Do they like being allies with the Drekkar? Of course not. No one likes Drekkar. There's some crip bloodsuckers. Lintu are simply afraid. If they start a war against Drekkar, they would probably lose it. But even if they did win, they would lose many men, and then others like Drekkar would come and take control. Now they're at least strong enough to pact with Drekkar and not be their livestock like Pullet. And what if Lintu and Pullet join their forces against Drekkar? You know, like smart people. Oh, if they didn't do it the first time, how do you think they'll do it now when they hate each other so badly? Here's an answer to that question. Me. And even if they do, it doesn't change anything. Pullet don't have many breed left. They're not good warriors. All their good warriors died in the last war. What about Kiwi? Kiwi ain't living in this crypt world. Drekkar never dared to disturb them, so I'm not even sure if they know what's going on here. Didn't Pullet ask for their help when the Drekkar came? I don't know. Maybe they did, but Kiwi obviously didn't help them. They never do anything but meditate or whatever they do. Oh, great, religious people. Isn't there a way to convince them to help drive Drekkar away? I don't know, but I wouldn't waste my time trying to find it out. I'm telling you, these chunks are lunatics. Oh, yeah, no doubt about that. No doubt about that, Mr. Insect Man. No fucking doubt. Pretty sure everyone in the Wasteland is a lunatic, myself included, for deciding to, walk out here and not stay in the safe, comfortable bunker. I'm a fucking idiot. God damn it. Okay, thanks for the information. Can I ask you some... Oh, wait, are there any other This is important information here. I need to know, because these tribes are all fair and square. That's what you expect to find. What's probably going to happen later is we're going to have, the Enclave show up. The U.S. military fortifying its position, with it showing the true face, the true evil of the Wastelands. No, not really. Oh, great. Except for a legend about Lewis and her girl warrior. What? Okay, please tell me more. They say that Lewis was a Pullet woman. During the war, Drekkar killed her husband and all her family, and she swore to avenge them. She and some other girls went deep into the desert and hid there. Since then, they attacked Drekkar raiders during the night, appearing out of nowhere and disappearing in the same way. Nobody has spoken to them since their disappearance, and nobody knows where they live, except probably for the Pullets, since, she's a member of the Pullet tribes. Some even say they are ghosts of women killed by Drekkar, but I don't think it's true. Interesting, thanks. Can I ask some more questions? I think we pretty much know all of this. Let's talk about the Kiwi. Okay, so no, we don't know it all. There is individual information for each tribe. Kiwi believe that they're better than others, and I must say they're crypt right about it. They're rich, and they have the best warriors. Except they're pacifists. I'm just gonna make a leap of logic here without reading any further. We already know they're spiritualists, but they're also probably pacifists. Am I right? They could rule the whole area if they wanted, but they don't want it. Because they're spiritual, They mind their own business and don't deal with dirt like us here. It's their philosophy or whatever. Yep, I was right. Called it. I fucking called it.